My fellow Barbadians, tonight the Prime Minister advised the country that we are headed into a general election on Wednesday, the 11th of February 2026. This is a moment for which the country and we in the Democratic Labour Party have been preparing for with deliberateness and with purpose. Tonight I come to you at a most critical moment of decision for our country, not only as political leader of the Democratic Labour Party, but as someone who has spent the last 2 years walking with you, listening to you, and hearing what so many of you are feeling. And what you're feeling is real. Frustration, disappointment, for many anger, and a growing sense of helplessness. And a feeling that politics and this Barbados Labour Party government in particular has stopped working for the ordinary people. I want to say clearly, I understand that feeling. You are not wrong to feel it. I feel it too. Over the last 7 years, too many Barbadians have watched politics become more about power, political self-interest, and opportunism. We have seen decisions and laws made without explanation. We have seen standards blur and values fall. We have seen a government ruling with arrogance and impunity, while too many families struggle without a voice. As a result, trust has been broken. Faith in the common good has weakened, and the belief that all politics is the same has become a sad and familiar reality. So I say to you, if at this moment you feel disappointed, disconnected, and disillusioned at how this Barbados Labour Party government has governed, I understand. I agree, and you're right to feel this way. It is for this reason that I could no longer sit comfortably on a government bench. I didn't leave because of any opportunity, fame, or promised riches. I left because my spirit was uneasy with how decisions were being made and who they were being made for. Uneasy with too much power resting in too few hands. Uneasy with choices driven by political survival instead of doing what is right for Barbados and all Barbadians. We have watched prime public lands transferred for free or sold off. We have seen attempts to trample on the rights and freedoms of ordinary Barbadians. Most recently, we have seen public funds allocated to unnamed and unknown international companies, despite serious concerns being raised here at home. And even worse, an attempt to dispose of our beloved Transport Board. I am proud to say that I spoke up in Parliament when others chose silence, because a strong democracy depends on people willing to speak, even when it is uncomfortable, inconvenient, or even unpopular to do so. This current Barbados Labour Party government, their ministers and their MPs, do not want opposing voices. So this election will be about changing that. Over the past 2 years, the Democratic Labour Party has been listening, preparing, and building quietly and with purpose. We have assembled a team of capable, committed candidates, fresh faces, guided by experienced hands, grounded in one principle: Barbados, Barbadians, and the people who live and work here must come first. People empowerment must come before international praise. Accountability and transparency must come before PR and optics. Decisions affecting your lives must be made in the open, not behind closed doors. Barbados must come first for everyone, not only the favored few and the well-connected. This government speaks well about progress, but every day, life tells another story. Cost of living is strangling us. Crime is crippling our development. Young people feel trapped, believing that negative options are their only choice, while the elderly feels abandoned. Even worse, the sick are now afraid to place their confidence in our public healthcare system. No country can move forward when we have to worry about these things daily. That is not progress, that is pressure. With this in mind, this team that I have the privilege to lead is united by clear beliefs. We believe that development must be measured by people, not just projects, by opportunity, not just statistics, by honesty and respect, not just optics and propaganda. We believe Barbadians are intelligent enough to know when things are going wrong. And so we say plainly to this government, step aside. We believe in honest debate, shared responsibility, and trust between a government and its people. That is why we have stepped forward with courage. This campaign will not be about personalities, it will be about people. Your cost of living, your safety, your services, your hopes, your opportunities, and yes, your future. We speak for the middle and working class families struggling from month to month, deciding between bills and food. We speak for young people searching for jobs and opportunities despite doing everything they were told they had to do. We speak for civil servants who have carried this nation on their backs but have seen our public service decimated by political interference. We speak for farmers, fisherfolk, laborers, and service workers whose contributions to this country are too often overlooked. We speak for families, grieving sons and brothers lost to violence or incarceration. We speak for our elderly, watching a Barbados that they can barely recognize. And especially, we speak to those of you who have tuned out, who no longer believe that voting matters. Let me speak to you directly. I grew up in politics. I have seen what it can do for the masses when it is done right. And I have also seen the damage it causes when it is done wrong. But I remind you, when Barbadians speak with one voice, governments have no choice but to listen. We saw it with the cybercrime bill, the sale of the Whole Town Civic Center, the digital ID card, wiretapping, and many other instances. They had no choice but to listen to us, even though they did not want to. The power of the people has always been greater than the people in power. That is democracy. That is what we stand for. So I make this commitment to you. My team and I will govern in the interests of Barbados and Barbadians first. Not political convenience, not chasing votes, not seeking fame abroad. We will pursue lasting solutions, not short-term headlines. We will lead with transparency, accountability, and respect. We will run a campaign that is clean and above board, focused on the issues. And we say to you that we are ready, with 30 committed, competent young men and women ready to serve, ready to govern with fairness and with an eye to social justice, and with social solidarity at the center of every decision that we make. Elections may have been called by one person, but what happens next belongs to all of us. It is time to speak up, time to debate, and soon it will be time to vote. But most importantly, it is time to move Barbados forward together. God bless you, and God bless Barbados. We will see you soon. Thank you.